All traders should know this quote. It states, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. In this video, we will discuss how to improve every day by using the daily report card. At a time when I was struggling to add some structure to my daily improvement, I learned about the daily report card from a 9-figure trader who made upwards of $100 million trading. The daily report card comes from the idea spoken about in a book called Peak: How to Master Almost Anything. The psychologist who wrote this book is the one who proposed the famous 10,000 hour rule. According to him, simply doing something for 10,000 hours won't make you better. According to him, doctors who have been practicing for 20 years are no better than those who have been practicing for 5 years. The mental representations of doctors who have practiced for 5 years would be stronger than those who had practiced for 20 years if they were engaging in deliberate practice. This holds true for traders as well. If you aren't deliberately focusing on improving one aspect of your trading daily, it won't improve. The daily report card is intended to help shift our focus from money to process and improving specific skills and grading ourselves for that day around that specific skill and not around money. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. Let's look at what the daily report card is. Okay, let's take a look at the daily report card. So the first thing that I want you to do when it comes to the daily report card is I want you to sit down and write out a goal. And the goal should not be P&L based. It should not be about money. So you want to sit down and think about a goal. Let's say you're struggling with taking trades that are outside of your playbook. So you're gonna write down here, okay, your goal: only take trades from my playbook. That's one singular goal that you can work on. That's not related to P&L or related to money. If you follow these processes and the goals that you set, you will make money, but you don't wanna focus on the money because every day is a winning day if you're improving and following your process. So taking trades outside of the playbook because you're bored, because you just want to trade, that can hurt your P&L. That can hurt you during the challenge. Many traders voice that they are, during the FTMO challenge, they're in stride, they're in rhythm. All of a sudden, they take a random trade, boom, knocks them out of stride. So let's say this is your goal, okay? You're gonna put down the date. All right, so today is November 22nd. I'm gonna enter the date. And then this is where you're gonna enter your grade. If you don't have this playbook template, don't worry. You can create your own daily report card in Microsoft Word. So you're gonna have the grade, and then you're gonna have if you completed the report card or not. And then if you wanna list your P&L, what you did for the day, you can put it there. But that's not the main goal. So once you have the goal, you wanna have reminders. So these are my reminders, things that I need to have here every day, things that I need to do every single day in order to be successful. One of my first things is prayer. So this is my morning prayer that I do, or I try to do every day. I do a process of visualization. So after prayer, what I do is I sit down and I visualize myself taking A setups, taking trades. I visualize myself using the trade panel, using magic keys, putting my stop loss on, putting my TP on. I visualize myself scaling in and scaling out. Athletes do this to help them prepare for the game. So this is what I do. And pro traders do this as well. They practice visualization. You'll hear in the pro spaces how the trading coaches and performance coaches will help them by having them practice visualization exercises. I also visualize the stop loss being hit and me being okay with it. Because once I press the button to enter into a trade and I have my confirmations, I have to have no expectations of the trade itself. The series, maybe, yes, but not that particular trade. Okay. So I have a morning statement that I read. I look at my vision board. I mark up, I do my daily markup, right? So I'm marking up at least 2 trading zones that I'm going to trade from. I'm documenting my if-then, my if and else statements, different scenarios, right? So I'll know exactly what price points I'm looking to enter in at or zones. Looking at Forex Factory and other news stations, like Bloomberg and MarketWatch, etc. I'm just reminding myself to ignore my P&L. This is very important during the challenge. You have to trade as if you are not worried about losing profits, losing the account, losing out, or losing profits that you made. Like if you're in profit, you can't worry about losing those profits that you made. You have to follow your playbook. You have to follow your process. That's the only way you will be successful with trading the funded accounts or beating the challenge and verification. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I put this here because one day my mother called me and I was entering into a trade, trading about a 200K account. I'm entering the positions into the trade and my mother calls me and automatically I pick up the phone because it's my mom. So I pick up the phone and then before you know it, the trade is gone. I didn't enter into the trade. Smacks the TP. Would have been like a $6,000 or $7,000 trade. So what I did was, me being frustrated, when price came back to my entry without the confirmations that I needed to see, I entered and then took a loss. So from that day on, I put Do Not Disturb on, and everyone is on Do Not Disturb. My mom, my wife, everybody is on Do Not Disturb when I'm trading. But I let them know if they call two or three times, then it'll go through, right? So I'm reminding myself to record my open and active trades. Okay, I want to go full risk on A and A+ setups. I want to trade only from my playbook. Okay, I want to do my daily review. At the end of the day, this is me completing the report card. Okay, finishing out the report card. If I have downtime, I want to do 6 replays. Okay, I want to train. I want to practice some setups. Avoid social media. I'm going to do my tape review. This is a review of my trades for the day. And then I have at night, I read a statement and look at my vision board. So these are just my reminders. These are things I just check off. I have gotten into a rhythm of doing. And so here, let's look at, intraday performance tracker. Now this is important because we need to gauge how we are feeling. We need to gauge our emotional state. Sometimes when we start to trade, we are in a bad mood. We may not have started the day off right. So we need to be aware of that. This is a column all about self-awareness. So the temperature here is just the temperature that I'm waking up with. Okay. If this is a C, I'm going to write down why. What's going on? What's going on? So I didn't get a lot of sleep. Okay. So 7:30 pre-market. When I'm at my desk, I'm writing how I feel. Right? Maybe I'm at a B now because I'm aware. So I worked out and got some green juice, breakfast, protein, etc. Now I'm marking up my charts, feeling better. Okay. So I'm being aware. Okay. From 7:30 to 11. Right. Now, if anything happens here, this is a playbook trade only. Did I do a playbook trade only or no? So sometimes we may get up, and because of how we're feeling, we may jump into a trade that was not in the playbook. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to leave this blank. I didn't get into a trade, right? Did I size properly? Meaning, did I size based on the grades that I have in my playbook? I want to give the A risk plays A risk. I want to give the A+ risk trades A+. I cannot hesitate on them. I want to give, if I took a B setup or a C setup for whatever reason, I need to give them the proper risk. So all of this is about accountability and tracking, because what I'll do is throughout the day, I'm just checking in with myself. This is self-coaching, right? As we talked about from Dr. Steinberger, how he talks about being your own coach. So this is all about being your own coach, tracking what I'm doing, how I'm feeling throughout the day. And ideally, I'm trying to get to an A. I want my temperature to be at an A. I want my grade of performance. This is what this is about, to be at an A, right? And that can change throughout the day, depending on what's going on. So I want to be aware of it, and I'm going to write things down, right? And track. The grade is, number one here is the temperature for the day. Then the rest is about my performance the day. Okay, what was my grade? Did I take a playbook trade only? Did I size properly? Did the trade go in my favor? Yes or no? So I'm just tracking. Now what happens is over time, you gather data. You notice that you always wake up with C, temperature. How can you change that? Around after lunch, okay, you may go to lunch, and after lunch, you feel like you're lower, right? Maybe it's something that you're eating, something that's happening during lunchtime. Towards the end of NY session or whatever session you are at, maybe your energy is low, right? So you want to track all of these things, or maybe your energy is high. Maybe you trade better at the end, towards the end of the day, right? So you want to track all of these things. This helps you make small increment improvements. And then here, I'm filling out my overview for today. What's the big picture? What are the most important technical levels in the market? How far is the market from my important technical levels, right? Is the market trending up or trending down? What is the market most concerned about presently? For example, so what are my most important technical levels? I'll put those levels in. How far is the market from those levels? Like we're really close, right? Is the market trending up or trending down? What phase am I in? Am I in the markup phase? Am I in distribution? Am I in accumulation or a decline, right? What is the market most concerned about presently? The market is concerned about interest rates, inflation, etc., right? So I want to be writing these things down, right? And then what's moving the market? Those are some other things. Are there any major events that will impact volatility? This is all data that you're gathering so that when you look back at these report cards, you have a wealth of information to help you improve, right? Now, my technical analysis, normally I have a before and I drop my trading view chart there, and have an after, and I drop my trading view chart, right? So I'm literally in the market, and I am marking up the chart. So I'm in the market, I'm marking up the chart. Once I mark up the chart, I am going to drop my markups in my daily report card. So if I was marking up the chart, and for whatever reason, if we were here and I'm marking up my chart for the buy, then I want to put my before as this, okay? I'm gonna take a screenshot here so you can see screenshots there. I normally use a shortcut key, but I'm using this to show you. This should give me a picture, right? So I'll get that picture and then I'll drop it. I'll get the link and I'm gonna drop it in my daily report card. So I'm gonna come in here. I'll drop the link in there. Looks like Trading View. Okay, here we go. All right, so, oh yeah, here we go. All right, so it's there. So the link is there, okay? So I have the link there, and then as the day goes on, then I'll come back and drop the after, right? So what is my intuition telling me, right? What kind of setup is it? Okay, is this an A setup, B setup, A plus, right? What are my if else statements? So I'll write down my important technical levels here. So if price does this, then I'll do this. If price does this, then I'll do that, right? So sometimes I put those in my chart. Sometimes I write them down. So these are all options for you, right? So then what you want to do is you want to have a section for what I learned for today, all right? What I improved upon today as well. And then at the end of the day, you're going to look back and say, what are the changes I need to make from today? Because you may have made some mistakes. You may not have maximized your position. You may have been able to scale in and you didn't. So these are all things that you'll be able to write down here, okay? So changes I need to make from today, that's very important because that then becomes a goal for tomorrow. The easiest 3K. So this right here is a number that can change. It depends on your account size, depends on what's easy money for you. So I have this as 3K for me, but this can change. I heard a trader say the easiest 50K, right? That's where they're at in their career, where 50K is just, it's easy. So this is designed, the purpose of this is for you to be able to recognize if there's any trades that you could have taken that you didn't, that were just easy money that you left on the table because maybe you were distracted or looking for another trade while there was one right in your face. So you want to write that one down because you don't want to miss that one again. Okay. And then here's where I'll put, at the end of the day, I'll put my recordings to my recorded trades. I drop them here in my daily report card. At the end of the day, then I'm going to go and I'm going to look at my grade, right? One thing that you can do, if you fill this out, you can take the average of what you see here and that'll help you out. Or you can grade, that's a little bit more methodical. Or if not, you can just grade yourself based on how close you were to hitting your goal, your target. So I hope this was beneficial. Please do not sleep on this. If you do this every day, trust me, you will get better and better and better incrementally. I hope this helps out. Leave your comments and questions in the comment section. See you in the next video.